Hello my friends, I am Jihondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 2. This is episode 40. In episode 39, the episode that was basically 2 or 3 episodes long, we definitely accomplished a lot. We got finally far enough into the years that we finally have boats available, so I've already gone ahead and set up that one, as I promised. Now this one is just a passenger ferry, because we don't have any other kind of boat yet. So we can't actually currently do this mail mission because we don't have a cargo ferry yet. Although I think we get one of those in 1930 or 31. So we might still be able to do this, but it may end up going away. But that's okay. What we also got is a train. Very, 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 very good news. I'm not sure, and I mentioned this last episode, I'm not entirely sure what was happening when I went through and checked the various start dates. So I don't know why I thought that we would have airplanes before trains, because clearly that is not the case. These are off, these are on. So anyway, I guess we won't worry about it. But now that we have trains, we can get started on a lot of these other missions that I was deliberately skipping simply because the distances. So, right off the bat, there's this one, but that one's the one we're using for the boat, so I'm going to let the boat do that one. I may, at some point, need to add a second boat, but right now these cities are still pretty small, so they're not going to generate all that much passenger traffic. And these boats do support, I think it's 100? Yeah, 100 passengers maximum per trip, so if I need to, I'll add another boat, but for now, I don't think we'll need to. Then there's the mail one. Again, I just mentioned that we don't have a boat for that yet, so I have to skip it. So I think the next thing we're going to work on then is this one here. No, we're not, because clearly the game has lost its mind. That's a steel mill which only wants iron ore, yet it's asking for livestock. So I'm not sure what the game has done there. Well, this not in the game, what the Busy Bee script has done there, but it's clearly lost its mind. So we're not doing that one either. Instead, we'll come... Oh, it's the same one anyway. We're going to do this one, which is actual iron ore. So, let's go ahead and find the nearest iron ore. Oh, wow. Way, 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 way up here. Okay. Decent production, though. Well, then I guess it's good that we now have trains. Because clearly, this is a route so long that it needs... I'm going to squeeze that in there. Looks like I can. I'm going to put it here. That way I officially am connecting to this factory as well, just in case. Because if we ever happen to get a mission near for this one, then we'll already have it. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it's always good to be prepared. Oh, looks squeak right through all of that. That's fantastic. Alright. And meanwhile, down here, we need a station. And I think this station I'll go, since I gotta go over to get past that lake anyway, I think I'll have this going left to right, or east-west, I guess. There we go, that'll do. Excellent. I might be able to cut that angle a bit. This is the one major part I prefer. Well, I generally prefer trains over cars anyway, but the one major advantage trains have over road vehicles is this ability to go diagonally. Whereas road vehicles must follow the hexes in a horizontal or vertical manner, while rail here, as you can see, can go directly diagonal. Fantastic. Alright, let's get this rail on this side a little bit closer so I can see where I'm going to line them up. Okay, looks like we're going to have to cut across the edge of this lake. I could, I guess, build a bridge here, and maybe I will. Maybe that would be better. The other advantage to rail versus road is when I remove unused rail, I get most of my money back, whereas if I'm trying to do that with a road, I have to pay for demolition. So definitely a lot of advantages. Let's have a nice... Oh, I guess I was one square too close. Okay. There we go. It's a crummy little bridge, but that's really all we can do in the 20s. Later on, we can get better bridges that'll support higher speeds, but For now. Oh no. No. Look what I just did. Okay. Oh, that's not so good. Yeah. That is not ideal. Apparently, when I was lining this one up, I moved over one square, and I just paid for a bridge that was never going to line up with anything. As you can see, it's one square off. Apparently, a silly moment. Oh well. It's fixable. It looks horrible, but it's fixable. But the train, like all this grass, will regrow, so it'll be okay. And then this will just be a memory. And yeah, the land here, that actually is underwater, so that will flood back to water eventually anyway, so we really don't have to think about that. Right, so let's go ahead and plunk in a depot. We'll just use this corner here arbitrarily. Awesome. And let's get ourselves a train. The only one we have available right now is this really weak steam train, but compared to road vehicles, it's looking really, really good. So I'm not going to put too many cars on it though, because it doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower. Later trains do much, much better, but this one's still pretty weak. So I'm just going to put, let's say 2. Yeah. And that, I think that's going to be plenty sufficient. I'd normally do 3 or 4 on a normal train, but I don't think I want to on this weak engine. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy named. This is Iron to Tunbridge. And let's establish the route. So, oops, come here. That's depot down to the iron mine. And then to the drop-off point. And I am going to set that as a full load. I think that'll be much more useful to us, especially for the first trip. Okay. Apparently I closed that other window. Just one moment here. I'm going to put the boat window back up for the people who are more interested in the boats, since we were waiting so long for them, so you guys have something to watch. And meanwhile, I'll also have the train up here, which is the one I'm going to be watching, because that's the one I'm interested in. And we are green to go. I'm also not going to run this game on super high speed much anymore. We don't really need to now. We don't need to burn through the years. So now we can basically just sit back and enjoy. Yay, we finally have trains. They really, you can tell it's really struggling up even just a little hill to get onto this bridge. You can tell just how weak the engine is, but still, we have trains, so that's okay. Maybe I will put the speed up, because that's still pretty slow. There we go. Now it at least looks like a decent moving train. That's how a train should move, with the speed down. But I have to put the speed up to get to do that, so. Although, I guess... Oh, it was just because it was on the bridge. That's right, the bridge only supports 32. It can't actually go 64, so... Yeah, that's decent speed, even without. And meanwhile, our boat is going to activate this station. Which, right, that's because that's its first hit. It won't have any passengers yet. But at least now this station is activated, so it will start having passengers for the return trip later. So that's good. And I've gotten kind of used to playing Railroad Tycoon 3, so I keep wondering when I'm going to remember to put down, sand and water towers and oil service stations and those sorts of things. But in this game, just the general maintenance depot takes care of everything in terms of, servicing. And it's just assumed that there's water and sand towers along the route that you don't have to do yourself. So it's definitely a different way of doing it. Put the speed up while it pulls in the first load, because that will take the longest, because it had to activate that station as usual. Excuse me. I'm just about ready to go, and it's off. And now there'll be some ore waiting for it when it comes in, so it won't take as long on future trips. And meanwhile over here, well, it's actually pretty close to full. I may have to put a second boat in sooner than later. But for now, we're still doing okay with just one boat. Let's put speed up here. And get our little train back across. Yes, thank you. It actually was quite a while ago, but thank you, message buffer. Okay, so our boat here. Yeah, okay, so it'll be nice and profitable. There's a decent number of passengers going back. Definitely nowhere near enough to warrant a second boat, but at least enough so that the trip back is worthwhile. As you can see, all that nasty mess I wrecked has flooded back in. The grass has regrown. I think the trees do regrow. It just takes obviously a lot longer. But as far as I know, the trees do regrow. Although I've never actually stopped to watch them before, so I can't 100% prove that to you. But as far as I know, they do. Alright, so still a fair ways to go on this route. I don't like how when it's doing an autosave, you cannot adjust the speed, so if you're already set to high speed, it's still trying to play the game at high speed while saving. And it ignores your clicks up here, which is kind of annoying, because you can't even help the system out by reducing the speed. But anyway, just a minor little thing that bugs me, but not a real big deal. Go. So that should now be a very profitable trade. All right. Let's see here. So that one we're not doing because it's messed up. That's the one we just started. And there's no point even looking at this one because it'll be gone by the time I even set it up. So we'll just wait for this one to expire and then we'll see what it comes up. In the meantime, we got stuff we can watch. Yay. Excuse me. Of course, the reliability is still pretty terrible on these early vehicles, but anyway. That's okay. Alright, so that one has cleared off. So let's see what we get as a replacement. Hopefully it's one that we can do, either a passenger one we can do by boat or cargo one we can do by train would be good. But let us wait and see. Of course, it's taking a fair while to actually give us that mission, but anyway. That's okay. Patience is good. There we go. So, ore to a steel mill. Alright. Specifically, this steel mill. And its nearest iron friend is where? Looks like, well, there's that one we're already using, but I don't want to double dip it. So either here or here. Not a huge difference, so we'll just go over here. Yeah, production's pretty low. I might just do a single iron car instead of the two I usually do, just because the production's so low anyway. That should help it. Alright, well, let's get it going here. nowhere near as far as I thought. Alright, I guess I'll be undoing a lot of that track. Anyway. Oh wow, I'm going to be undoing most of that track, in fact. Alright, well apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Go figure. Get rid of all of that. All of that. I can't tell if there's extra there or not, so I guess that's okay. For some reason when I was looking at the map, I thought they were nearly lined up, you know, left to right. I didn't realize that they were actually pretty close to diagonal to each other, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright, so we will want just a single iron hopper and our Kirby. Fantastic. Okay. So this will be iron 2. What's the name of that city? Or place? Bead Grove. Okay. We can close both of those off. And close that and that. And let's set the route. Come on. It would help if I was clicking on the right square. Apparently that helps. And over here at the mines, I will do this as a full load, which won't take long because it is just the single car anyway, so it'll be pretty quick. That's the drop-off point, so there's nothing for it to do there. And I just want to make sure it actually goes through here, that I didn't delete too many tracks. Nope, it looks okay. Alright, good. Good. It's really hard to see in here. I wasn't sure if maybe I had accidentally deleted one too many tracks there and this thing would start complaining about being lost. So. Great. Good stuff. Yeah, that's good. We get that lined up right. Perfect. Right in between the two windows. Awesome. It's almost like it's deliberate or something. I assure you it's not. I don't have that much advanced planning. Anyway. It's just about there. And like I say, even though the production here isn't that good, with just a single car, it still shouldn't take that long to activate and pull the first full car in. Shouldn't be too bad. And then obviously later trips when it doesn't have to activate will be slightly better. But how's our boat doing? Oh, it's doing okay. And it's completely full going that way. Huh, okay. Completely full and enough for a second boat. But on this side, there's barely enough for a fifth of a boat, so... Well, this is the side that wants the passenger traffic, so I am going to clone that boat. Even though when it's coming from St. Whitville back to Jaburg, it'll never be full, not even close. On the way to there, to St. Whitville, though, it will be. And I didn't see a pop-up, but let's just see. Ah, okay, so the new boats did become available. I didn't see a pop-up for them, but we do at least now have the capacity to haul other types of goods. Yeah, basically anything except oil and passengers, because they are separate boats. But so I could start hauling mail, but I'll wait for another mission to pop up to ask for it. I'm not going to set one up for no reason. But anyway, folks, at this point, I'm going to call that an episode. So until next time, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching.